You should have been here last night. Last night, the Vigil Mass of Easter was such a glorious celebration, and there were seats available. No, it was a glorious celebration. It was 2 hours long as well. The Vigil Mass of Easter always is. This year, we were very pleased to have 14, count them, 14 baptisms and 3 professions of faith and many confirmations of those adults who were baptized. So it was a wonderful celebration in which we recounted the Lord's victory over sin and death. And it feels kind of weird to celebrate the Mass this morning, not only because I'm beat like you are and most of us are that have been here all week, but it seems like everything's backwards. You know, yesterday we celebrated great glory, the resurrection of the Lord. This morning we heard the gospel, and they went to the tomb and they didn't know what happened because they hadn't yet understood what he meant that he had to rise from the dead. That Easter morning was not a joyful one. That Easter morning was a great mystery. It was almost as if you were waiting for Columbo to come up in his car and try to figure out, you know, what had happened. He'd be interrogating the centurion. So let me ask you a question. You know, was the stone closed? You know, where's the body? They didn't know. They didn't know. A little bit of what I said last night, I continue today. They didn't know, but we do. And yet, in many ways, because of our own human nature, that frail nature, that nature tainted by sin, we're always looking for proof. And then more proof. And then more proof. Because we're never really quite sure. And the problem, of course, is because we can't see and touch God. And we are used to manipulating the world from the time we are very young. The very first thing that children do as they begin to discover mobility is to roll. This is before crawling. Children are great rollers. They'll roll from place to place because they see something and they want to get it. Children will roll and they'll grab and generally stick it in their mouth. You know, we see, we feel, we touch, we taste, we hear, but all those senses we can't apply to God because generally God is not here in the physical sense, and if he is, wow, we're really lucky. So we have to exercise our faith. But even as we say we believe, we always look for more. So my challenge to you today is quite simple. Don't look for more. You're here for a very special reason. You're here because you already believe. Well, maybe most of you. Some of you might be here because your parents dragged you here. That's okay. You know, we're here because we believe. If doubt enters your mind, that's okay, because that's how we deal with things as humans, but we do already believe. And we celebrate that belief today, that belief that Jesus, by dying on the cross and by rising from the dead, restored life to us as he destroyed death forever. That is something that we can always hold on to. The Lord indeed is risen as he said. Alleluia, alleluia.